Hello everyone, this is Professor Huang. Welcome to week 2. There was a question asked about how to conduct the trend analysis using Excel. Um, this could be useful when you address one of the discussion questions when you finish calculate the actual ratios. And I ask you to um, discuss or comment on what you found in terms of trend and also some other variables. So the question is how to find the trend. And so I want to take this chance to use in Excel and demonstrate how do you use in trend analysis. Trend analysis essentially is a important function and convenient function, by the way. And so first one, let's go to Excel. So I open Excel. I randomly inserted these numbers into Excel. And so for example, I have 6 observations. And so first of all, uh, how to find the trend? In this case, the first step is you go to data and oh, I'm sorry, actually go to insert and then look at this area. You can see there's a scatter diagram. So I want to insert a scatter diagram. So first of all, let's highlight this data and then you select scatter diagram and I want to use this one. Okay, so the scatter diagram. Either way, that's fine. But this one is okay. And once you create a scatter diagram, then the next step is how do you find a trend in using these existing observations. So let's right click your mass. Then you're going to see, let me actually have to right click once you have this data and observation. So you pinpoint this to the observations and then right click. It shows that, okay, add a trend line. So I click that and it asks you to make selections. The linear trend, typically that's a typical. I would prefer to use a linear trend. Of course, if you really see the scatter diagram will follow some other shape, such as exponential or power, okay, polynomial, all this different type of shapes, then you can actually select that, make that choice. But for most cases, I would choose linear trend. That's the easiest way to interpret data. And so once that's done, then I can also decide to say, okay, can I display an equation on chart? In other words, what's the mathematical equation once you found the linear trend? And I want to use the mathematical equation to determine the mathematical value of this trend. And so you can select that. So Excel automatically will create this trend and also give you the numbers of the slope and as well as the intercept if you wish to see. So I think that's good enough. So we can click close and so you can see the trend is already created for you. It's a downward slope trend and with a slope minus 0.92 and the intercept essentially is 9.12. The intercept means that if the x, okay, if x is 0, then you should observe the, and on the vertical axis you should observe a y equals 9.12. So that's basically from your maybe fundamental math course. So this is the trend already, and you can see if the number is way above this trend or way below this trend, that's, I can call that as abnormal, and then you can have some comments. Meanwhile, you can see if we go to format trend line, you can also um, you can also conduct a forecast and forward forecast, such as Okay, let's focus like 3 periods from the at this moment forward and see what happens. So if the trend continues, then you should see that the observation will continue follow this trend and fall into these areas. All right, and you can also format the trend line, and then also you can actually plot backward. Okay, so you can say plot backward for 3 period. Okay, so you can click that so it goes to the other directions. All right, so I guess that's all we need to know. And plus, if in the future, if you some of you already understand what does this R square mean, then you can also ask the trend actually show the R square. All right. I'm not going to explain what is R square at this moment because we're going to handle that in chapter 12. But at least I want you to see how do you use Excel to obtain a trend using the observations. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.